Today we'll be covering buttons on the Barre Dance HUD. The script work on the Barre HUD was done by Rachel Young. Daiwa Bellick contributed some design features. Isabella Alomar created much of the artwork. Many additional features are contributed to the dance community of Second Life as a whole. To start off, we'll discuss the pop-out panel button. This button is used to raise up and down the pop-out panel. The pop-out panel has many additional features that makes the Barre HUD very unique. When you click on the pop-out panel button, you'll see a panel that pops out of the top or the bottom of the HUD. When you click it again, that panel will then move to the opposite side of the HUD. When you click it one final time, the panel will then hide. The buttons on the pop-out panel we'll cover in detail on the next lesson. Moving to the right, you'll see the question mark button. When clicked, it will display information in the chat window. The information contained here is chat commands for the HUD, the URL for the help website, group information for additional help, as well as memory and user account information on the HUD currently. The next button we'll be covering is the dice button. The dice button allows us to set the random or sequential mode as well as the timing. It is typically used when dancing at parties, clubs, or special events. Clicking on the dice button, we are presented with a new display menu. In this display, we select the timing and the mode in which we want the dance HUD to dance us in, and then click Done. We start ourselves to activate the dancing. From this point forward, the HUD will now jump from dance to dance, selecting whatever dance it randomly finds or sequentially finds. To end this mode, we select the dice button again, the off button, and then Done. The next button that we're going to discuss is the tools button. This is probably the most powerful button on the HUD itself. When you click on the tools button, you'll be presented with a display of a variety of different utilities. The utilities presented here are all macro driven. They're all written onto the tools macro note card and then loaded into the system. You can change how the menu appears simply by editing the note card. Some of the features that you'll find here are the resizing of the HUD from small to large, the RVLA HUD attachment lock, allowing you to lock on the HUD between outfit changes, display skin changes. The Barre is one of the few HUDs out there on the market that does allow you to change the artwork. Additionally, you have Catch Loader, which allows animations to be loaded into the catch, making it appear quicker to the viewer. Performance modes, pose ball resings, and additionally the ability to res items from the HUD. You can also gift from the HUD, and all these you'll see in the tools button list. The speed scroll button set was conceived of by Daiwa Bellick in an effort to make it easier to find animations. On other dance HUDs, you have to click and click to get to the animation that you want. If you're on a laggy sim, you're just out of luck. But with Barre, using the speed scroll, you're there almost instantly. The speed scroll bar has 5 clickable locations. 0%, 25% represented by a dot, 50%, 75% represented by a dot, and 100%. Each one of these buttons will move you through the display list of animations. Additional scrolling is done using the arrow buttons. The speed scroll button has changed freestyle dancing in Second Life forever. The next button is the Me button, or sometimes called the ballerina button. When highlighted, it indicates the owner host will be actively animated. You can click on it to stop yourself and continue animating others that are on your HUD currently. The next button that's found in the center of the HUD is the pause button. This simply pauses all animation activity. It does not boot anyone from the HUD. The invite button is how you add friends to your dance HUD so you can animate them. Clicking the invite button, you'll get a list of avatars that are around you. Click on the name of the person that you want to invite, and an invite will be sent to them that they can click OK on, and they'll be added to the HUD. To remove people from the dance HUD, you click the stop button, which is next to the pause button. You'll be presented with a list of names of avatars that are currently on the dance HUD. You can click the name and it will then kick them off the dance HUD. Or you can click stop all and it'll remove all avatars from the dance HUD. Synchronized dancing is one of the main features of the Barre HUD. The synchronize button will sync your dancers currently that are on the HUD, or you can re-click the animation and it will sync them too. At the bottom left, you'll see the List All animation button. This will list all the animations that you currently have in the HUD. The next two buttons go hand in hand. The Disk button for loading note cards and the Oreo button for accessing the loaded note card. The Disk button is used to select a storage location and pick a note card to load into that storage location. The Oreo button is used to select that note card that has already been loaded into a location in memory in the HUD. The Barre uses a very unique memory system for loading note cards into the HUD and storing them in memory. It's modular so that you can remove excess memory that you do not need. This allows you to cut down on scripts, making the HUD less laggy to sims than other HUDs currently on the market. Additionally, the Oreo button allows you to jump from one note card to the next without any delay. Barre currently is the only HUD on the market that is searchable. You can use command line searches to find animations, sequences, macros. In our next lesson, we'll go into much more detail on loading note cards and using the Oreo button.